Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me again. I'm going to do another little episode of Through the Mail, basically TTM. I call everything TTM, basically, for lack of a better term. You can always get autographs through the mail, which I've done a long video on that one. You can do fan packs through the mail, which I've done a pretty good video on. Um, you can do hero cards, which is what I'm doing now. And next week, I believe I'm going to do other things through the mail, miscellaneous things that don't require a full thing, including political, uh, email to autographs, political autograph requests, you name it. So I haven't even thought that one all out yet. But here we go. Hero cards. Those who don't know hero cards are like this. Well, that's the sponsor. They're usually real big in NASCAR. So if anybody watches NASCAR, it's a great little hobby. You can get just your driver, you can get his team, you can get sponsors, there's all sorts of them. But a hero card is something they started giving out years ago. I think there's hero cards back from the 60s, 70s. Used to be just, you would think of hero cards just as there would usually be like one a year, if that. So he's got usually a driver in his car or something. NASCAR gives them all three of their series trucks. Xfinity Series, which is like a double A of or triple A of racing, and then of course the Winston Cup, Sprint Cup, whatever it's called now. I might went blank on the. He doesn't have easy showing his uniform. Okay, anyway. Wow, it's really annoying me. So anyway, I'll think of it somewhere during this video. But you can also get Dirt Track, Outlaws, Bandoleros. There's all sorts of little series that you can get also. Those are a little hard to get. I've got a video of a bunch I purchased recently. You can watch that. That's going to be after these series of through the mail stuff. So hero cards, where can you get them? You can get them. I don't want to say anywhere, but it seems like it. You can write to the driver himself. The driver may send you back an autographed one. You can request an autographed one. The team might send you an autographed one. The sponsor is another place to get them. So, what I try to do, and I always get behind every season, there's a real good website for it called jski.com, I think it is. Put Jayski, Jayski, in search, Google search, and it'll pop up one of the first or three. Um, Basically, the popular one is Jay Ski's Silly Season, which is what he started the website as. And it was just who's going where. Because in the off season, people's contracts are up, so they go with our teams. But over the years, it's evolved, and now what you can do is you can get the entry list from each race, all three series. And on that entry list, it has the driver course. And another thing it has that you want is the sponsor. So every week, I send out requests, or try to, of the. Excuse me, I do these in the morning. I also send out requests to the sponsors, because modern NASCAR, it's no longer one card a year. There may be multiple cards a year, because they have different sponsors. It used to be one sponsor paid for the whole season, but racing's gotten so expensive. Some upper teams that said that they spend $500,000 to $1 million a race, so they get big sponsors for that. So throughout the season, your favorite driver may have 10. If he's a lower driver, it doesn't make a lot of money. He's on a high-paying team. He might have 10 different sponsors during the year. So Driver, pretty simple. Send it to the team. And team, obviously, the same way. Their addresses are easily found on the web. Just Google whatever team you want to Google. For instance, we've got Art Truex card here. So Google. If you don't know the team, just put driver in Martin Truex Jr.'s team, and it'll tell you it's Joe Gibbs Racing. Then you write to Joe Gibbs. Some teams do very little hero cards. The one I can think of off the top of my head, and it's gotten worse, is Hendrick Motorsports. Hendrick usually sends an email back saying, "Hey, check our digital," or "Our hero cards are available here." This is try first the email. Almost always they'll send you sorry. They'll also always send you hero cards one way or the other. They'll either send you a link saying our hero cards are here, which is Hendrick. I don't know of any other team yet who does digital cards. Another thing they'll do is they'll just they'll send you back I cannot talk today. They will send you back a reply saying, "Here's our address. Send an SASE." SASE, self-addressed stamped envelope. Some have requirements. Some will say, "Hey, send us minimum size 9.5 by 12 with $1.86 postage," or whatever. So you do that. Some teams, a lot of trucks in Xfinity. Half the time, theirs are 6x9 or something, a smaller size. So it's hard to say. I got annoyed, which no fault to the team, but I would send a full 9x12 envelope, a lot of postage on it, and I get back these little cards. So I'll tell you what I have to. I have a smaller envelopes this time, but anyway. So SASC almost always gets you a response. There's very few teams that ignore that. A lot of times, too, you can send to a team. Excuse me. Send it to a team, and you say, "I want all your racers," and they will send you one of each. So you can do one team with 3-4 drivers in one envelope. Put a little extra postage on it. Postage is a big debate. What I do, and I'm almost always made it through. I've only had one or two returned to me. Is a 9x12 envelope. I do two first class forever stamps, the flag stamps, and one postcard stamp, which nowadays is worth something like 50 cents or 45. You have to look up the price of. But little trick of mine: put the first class stamps on the outside of the postcard stamp. So there's different ones. It believe it or not, it works because machines have to look so quick at them, or people look so quick at them, it confuses it. But anyway, I always do that amount of postage. Myself, I don't send hardboard with it. My autograph 8x10s, I'll send a hard board to support the envelope. I don't hero cards because I feel like they're pretty much cardboard themselves, and if they're saying multiples, it's going to support itself. So that's one way of getting them. Another way of getting them is the sponsors. Sponsors are the best because, you won't get an autograph one from a sponsor, most likely. Occasionally you do. But the sponsor ones, you can send out just an email request. You can send an email request, You can do Facebook. You can do Instagram if they advertise on either of those. But almost always they respond. Like this one, Martin Truex Jr. It was a request from a sponsor. Sometimes the cards are different. This one has all sponsor stuff on the back. Sometimes the cards don't have all sponsor stuff. Some sponsors run contests a lot. Those are the bigger sponsors that have the I'm not trying to think. Sponsor several races in the season. They might have a giveaway for a hat or something, die-cast car. So you might want to subscribe to their Facebook page of those sponsors. And one great one is Insurance King. Insurance King sponsors. Oh man, my mind went blank. But they've sponsored a driver for several years. They always have stuff on their page. They do special designs for each race they're sponsoring, so it's not the same card all season. Some of those are limited supply, so they tell you emails somewhere, and you do, and they draw whatever they've done. If they've done 1,000, they draw 1,000 names. Sponsorships are great. Some food companies might get coupons. One time I got a hat. No, it won't be a fan pack. Don't send thinking you're going to get something, because you're not. 9 out of 10 times you're not. In fact, 9.5 times out of 10 you're not. Besides the hero card. Let's see, I'm trying to think right. I think I covered it all. Like I said, this was going to be quick, easy. So if you haven't collected hero cards, maybe you can't. You should try. If you haven't, then it's something for you. If you have, it's fun. I get envelopes, once a week at least. And if I send a lot of requests, then I get a lot of envelopes. So, and some do take time on getting them back. Some are real quick about sending them. Some take a while. Some it might be months later you get an envelope and you're like, I wonder what this is. Oh wow, I requested this 3 months ago. I had one team sent my SE back almost a year later. So, I think that's everything. My best one, another good tip, couple tips here. The more popular driver, the lesser chance you're getting an autographed one. Dale Jr. is an excellent example. They'll send you hero cards. Mountain Dew will send you hero cards, whatever, when he raced. National Guard, I'm trying to remember who else was sponsors. But they have some great, beautiful cards, but getting an autographed one never will happen. I sent to Bass Pro Shops. I was getting it. They sponsor quite a few drivers. And I don't know what I put in my request. I must put something like I got someone who was real nice, whatever. But I sent my request a couple weeks later. I get an envelope in a file folder. Our three hero cards. Austin Dillon, signed. Martin Truex Jr., signed. Dale Earnhardt Jr., signed. I got 3 incredible autographed pictures, or hero cards, but that happens once in a blue moon. I'll be honest. Don't everybody go out requesting Bass Pro Shops thinking you're going to get an autographed Dale Jr. You're not. But that's the fun of the hobby. The luck of the draw, the gamble of it. So anyway, I ran on long enough. Hope you enjoyed this one. Next week, we're going to do a hodgepodge of different things. So until then, may your mailboxes be full of whatever you collect.